So some of the basic concepts are like writing a fraction as a decimal number. A few things we can do here. One is just understanding place value because this is a very special fraction. This fraction reads as 6/100ths. Remember, our place value system is a base 10 system. And notice here you have the decimal. And if you go to the right of the decimal, notice how you have these little THs, tenths, hundredths. So two places past the decimal is the hundredths place. So 6/100ths could be expressed then as 0.06 6/100ths. So just by reading the fraction, you can change it to a decimal. If it follows under the base 10. Now, otherwise, you have to use a calculator or long division. Most of us use a calculator, but 6/100ths means 6 divided by 100. So if I type in 6 divided by 100 in the calculator, it'll change it to 0.06. So I can also just treat the fraction bar as a division symbol and put it into the calculator, and it'll change it to a decimal. Notice how we also have this math button. So if I hit the math button, notice how you can change decimals to fractions and fractions to decimals. So since I have a decimal right now, if I choose number 1, it'll change this back to a fraction. So 6/100ths actually reduces down to 3/50ths. It also puts it in lowest terms. If I hit the math button again, if I want to change that back to a decimal, it'll change it back to 6/100ths. So 3/50ths, notice if you multiply the top and bottom by 2, this 3/50ths. I could change it back to an equivalent fraction. So notice how this 3/50ths, if I multiply the top by 2 and multiply the bottom by 2, remember, 2/2 is the same thing as multiplying by 1. So I can create what we call equivalent fractions by multiplying the numerator and denominator by the same number. Notice I could recreate 6/100ths there by multiplying the top and bottom by 2. So I can get it back into what we call higher terms, if you will. 3/50ths is what we call lowest terms because there's not any more common divisors in the numerator and denominator. So I'll stop there with that example.